Alright, going to debunk this video today. This is an extremely low effort one. Gamergate controversy explained is a cartoon. Let's see. By the way, this is by PSA Sitch again. Yeah, I was between making this video and the other one about gender, but I decided to do the other one first and also like concentrate all of my efforts there. At first I know this one is a bit easier to to reply to since it's shorter and yeah, let's see.
We're almost 3 years away from the beginning of Gamergate.
Are now almost 8. This was uploaded in 2017. Now we're 8 years away.
And yet it is still constantly misunderstood by the normies.
Yeah, sure, bro. Pretty heavy start. Also by you. Let's see later in the video. I'm not going to make that many accusations yet.
So here's a short and simple metaphor explaining Gamergate. Imagine a banquet hall with 100 tables that represents all gamers. And don't worry, there's not going to be any math here. Our tale begins as most do, with a boy and a girl.
For some reason, this is quite literally the only. Yeah, quite literally, this is the only video, like, only source that claims that it started because of that.
Breakups. So the boy goes and writes an angry breakup blog post, accusing the girl of all sorts of juicy, terrible things. Did she do any of these terrible things? Who cares? It's not important. That's not what Gamergate is about.
Indeed, that probably has nothing to do. I'm not going to say that never happened because I honestly think that like some person on 4chan did actually like probably eventually someday in this century like write an essay like blaming their girlfriend because of like all sorts of things. But I don't think it has anything to do with like how Gamergate started. If I remember correctly, it started because Anita Sarkeesian like announced she was going to make a series about sexism in games, and yeah, like the entire like anti-feminist, anti-SJW like outright like yeah gamers like went and like absolutely exploded and yeah like went to harass her and like literally like yeah tell all sorts of funny things to her. So yeah, um that is simply not what happened though.
This juicy blog post spreads to various internet forums and communities, represented in our banquet hall as one table.
You could say indeed that it was around a few tables of the 100. Yeah, indeed it wasn't like that huge of a part of like considering the sheer amount of people that play video games, like yeah, that can be called gamers. But still yeah, they made quite a splash like from 2014 to 2017 or 2018.
Yes, only a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of the entire population of gamers were even remotely aware of this juicy.
Aware quite a bit more, but still it was mostly like an US thing, at least like on the beginning, since like the US is quite literally the only country that has like that yeah it's actually like um yeah like that can actually care about all of these things. Like mostly over here by that time we were trying to like like trying to like not fucking starve and like die and like actually have a decent country. Obviously because the US is privileged. That is a word I mean. Like these people are privileged. That's why like they all get offended by everything because like they don't know who to pick to fight against. So yeah.
Gossip. But it was juicy gossip. So it was talked about vehemently at this one table. Harsh words were thrown. Lots of, "Oh my god, did you hear what Becky did? What a slut." Totally. Because this is the nature of juicy gossip. It has nothing to do with sex or gender or race or whatever. Juicy gossip is drama. And people love them some drama. But still, one table.
Still, he basically just made up like the entire reason of why did that happen. Probably in order to like to make it seem a bit more reasonable, but this is like literally invented why did this start. And like because he himself is like a right winger. He cannot ever admit that it could have been even barely unjustified.
However, it turns out the girl at the center of this drama was sitting at the next table over. And that was the table filled with indie game developers, game journalists, and people who run gaming websites.
Typical like conspiracy theory, like, but still kind of true. Like not specifically in this in like this case, but it's true that like many different companies like I don't know like, but many different companies like may seem different, but like overall they are like both parts of the same corporation. Um, this is not really the case though, or at least I don't think so. I don't really know that much, but something to keep in mind.
And it just so happens that the girl was friends with many of these people. So the girl, not wanting to be the
Yeah, sure. Um, I don't know, like when someone tells a lie, like absolutely made up, and like absolutely made up, with no basis for reality, and literally nothing to do with reality. Like the only real thing you can say is that is a lie. That isn't like that just isn't a thing. And this is one of those moments.
center of this new drama, complains to her table, and they nod and say, "Oh, that's so terrible and horrible. How can they do this to you?" Then they turn and stare angrily at the one table, discussing the drama.
Oh, also, he seems to like make it so it's like for a pity reason that people like Anita Sarkeesian complained. Um, like if you were in that position, like many people would have simply like just ended it, like just ended it all. Like honestly, there were many of those like random like 1%, 1%ers as like he's trying to portray basically harass her and literally gave like the locations of many people, like of many relatives of her, and also obviously the death threats. But obviously he cannot admit to that because
But there is a problem. The table with all the gaming journalists is a corner table against a wall, so they've lost sight of the entire room. All they can see is this one table out of 100. And here they make the classic fuck up. They
Let's see.
assume all the other tables are talking about the drama as well. Pro tip, they weren't. And on top of
That is a strawman argument.
that, there's always that one guy in every group that takes things too far.
Sure, bro. Like, it wasn't like the entire group, and also, it also is a strawman of like what actually happened. Yeah, look at this.
So our table of game journals gets angrier and angrier. How can all these people believe such terrible slanderous lies about
How can like, yeah, some like random angry gamers in like, like 7 cities away at least, yeah, like start harassing some random woman, or like by Twitter, like by Facebook, or like by 4chan, all that shit. Yeah, still like the amount of like Gamergate chilling, like not only is it like absolutely insane, but also it is surprisingly effective, since like, yeah, it isn't like he's just like randomly trying to portray it. Like he tries to make it like under a facade of like, you know, of bro, I'm being neutral here. I am totally like giving a 100% accurate view, bro. This is just the facts, bro. Trust me, bro.
and as the table whips itself into a frenzy of self-righteous anger, they decide to do something very, very stupid. The table rises at one, walks on stage, stops the music, the room goes silent, and they say, everyone in this room is a horrible, sexist, misogynist, loser, scumbag.
That is a straw man. Like again, quite literally that isn't what happened. Like he's trying to like portray. He's literally like at this point just trying to portray like, yeah, all of those death threats, and like like, yeah, dogs like did those things, and like all that shit that's like justified, or at least like as something that, could have been like, yeah, was even somewhat necessary. And like, what the fuck, like people actually believe him in the comments. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, probably cognitive dissonance, but like still quite insane. um
And this is what started Gamergate. It wasn't the
what started the Gamergate wasn't that, like that happened quite literally on the middle, and also, you know um it it didn't even happen at all, like the fact that, yeah, almost no articles called like gamer sexist or anything, or at least like not all of them, as PSA Sitch may want you to believe. And yeah, again, that is simply not what started it all. Um, yeah, yeah, again, it was because of like, because that table, yeah, like decided to like to make to make that series like talking about how some games may have like pretty suspicious features, and yeah, it turns out like the entire community of like random extremely angry gamers, by the way. I myself play games quite a lot, so yeah, like I'm not one of those like, you know, this is even from an insider perspective. And yeah, many of these like basically right wingers, like right wing gamers, basically decided to like get mad about it. Again, not going to explain that again. So yeah, I hope you have understood that.
Girl and the boys break up. It wasn't the gossip about the girl and the boys break up. It was this. It was the gaming journalist's reaction to the gossip of the girl and the boys breakup.
Again, like random, like yeah, like victim blaming, just victim blaming at this point. Like, oh no, yeah, it wasn't because like you know a bunch of like extremely angry gamers got mad about like something objectively like good. Um, it was because of their reaction to that. Again, yeah, simply not what happened. Like he made just a complete different version of history, bro. Th- this is like Gamergate controversy explained, not like what if like what if all his like kind of shit. This isn't um like Gamergate alternate like cause of like start. Um yeah, this just isn't what happened. Like this is basically just like alternate history by this point, but like even more recent and like far less serious.
So what happened next? The majority of the people in the room said, "Who the fuck are these assholes?" And went
Um,
back to playing video
no
games.
comment.
The next largest group of people stood up and said, "Who the fuck are you to call me sexist?" I didn't even know about this stupid breakup drama until you told me about it now.
Again, it wasn't because of a breakup drama. Police just stop like randomly making up shit, like just to justify the unjustifiable. Oh, also, if I remember correctly, there weren't any mention of death threats or like, yeah, like the only thing that could even resemble that is like a silly like letter sent by someone on the table. That is kind of like, you know, yeah, sure, bro. Like not biased at all. Not like, yeah, like PSA Sitch is definitely one of those that, yeah, this is like simply unjustifiable. The like projection, like lies, traumas, like you have the entire pack right here.
The remaining group of people, the smallest, but housing a large amount of gaming media figures, panicked. Because, oh no, we're not sexist. So they bent over backwards and tied themselves into knots, trying to prove to the table of gaming journalists that they were not sexist. So why exactly did Gamergate take off the way it did?
Was like the amount of like I am the chat and you're the soy jack, like the amount of that in this channel is like absolutely insane. Like I cannot even believe it like myself. Like at least the first time that I saw it, like that I saw the channel, back when I was trying to make the previous video, like I was absolutely astonished, like that is like only like basically, yeah, teenage level like way of argument of arguing. Absolutely insane, bro.
Well, there's two reasons. The first is that it revealed to people the incestuous relationship the majority of the gaming press and gaming sites had with each other, and that they would actually plot to shape a narrative together behind closed doors.
Conspiracy theory moment. There are many cases where like many companies are basically the same. Like both owned by the same corporation. Yeah, like just LARPing, but this wasn't the case. This was because of something objectively bad that happened, and yeah, it needed to be called out. And luckily, some like tried to call it out, but also like some of those defended the defended like the angry mob. Again, this is not a very not a very historical view of Gamergate.
And second, this way of thinking that we now label as SJW, progressive, had been building for a while now, slowly spreading out. And this new attack, shaped by these progressive ideas, was the tipping point, the final.
Yeah, literally the classical PragerU like reminds me of that PragerU video. I don't know if like he made up that from that, but or like who copied who, but yeah, reminds me of that PragerU video where like of the regressive left or something like that. Absolute joke, man. Like
The dam broke. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore! This attack and the response was the first true battle of the current culture war.
yeah, bro. Like literally, like Gamergate apology, like right here. I do not even have to like spin this in any way. I can literally just say like, yeah, it is dumb enough, so I don't even need to like comment on it for you to know like wasted bullshit and like why is this simply not accurate, not historical, not like based on anything that actually happened. Um, I mean, in 2014 to 2015, I was like, yeah, 6 or 7 years old. But still, yeah. Luckily, I didn't have to experience it myself. Since yeah, I was like more worried about like yeah, was too young to like comprehend that, and also like the this entire movement happened because in English basically. Since English is not my main language, I didn't care, and I didn't even notice it until like yeah, I didn't even know like what it was until like 2019 or 2020.
However, those fighting against the game journos did not possess future vision. The ideas of SJW and regressive ideology were not as clearly defined and understood back then, for they had been
Also like the legendary like yeah, basically a slur basically by this point of yeah, basically the progressive slur of like SJW like absolutely insane, man. Like I didn't even have to comment on this. Like, why is it bullshit? Why is it like, yeah, why is it like absolutely idiotic?
limited to attacking smaller communities. So the Gamergate movement, couldn't organize itself around the idea of being a counter to all of that.
Except you can.
But they felt they had to organize around something. We all know the saying, Define yourself before others define you. So hastily, Gamergate defined itself on what it understood at the time, the corruption of journalism. But here's the thing, while that is a very important issue, more so now than ever, that was not truly the heart and soul of Gamergate. That's not what got so many people motivated. What Gamergate truly was the beginning. It was the first time
Literally, literal glorification of like Gamergate. This is absolutely insane. Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit, like, I need to go outside, like, after this is like too much, dude.
large group of people stood up against the spreading of progressive SJW ideology, stood up and said, no, we're not going to take your shit anymore.
Again, like the I am the child, you're the soldier kind of thing, like, yeah, classical, like, PCM kind of shit. Again, I need to make a video eventually about PCM, but, yeah.
Gamergate was the first organized battle of the new culture war.
Yeah, like, also the cartoon war, like, an idea absolutely, like, 100% made basically by the right, because, since, they do not even know, like, what a class war is, yeah, they simply, yeah, they don't care about, like, actually important issues, and, yeah, just, like, fight with whatever, like, random shit they, like, we say or anything. That is basically, like, the entire nutshell of the right, like, and conservatism, and, like, the alt-right in general. Like,
The irony to all this is that Gamergate is one of the biggest examples of the Streisand effect. How different would the landscape look right now if those journalists hadn't insulted an entire group of people and the drama faded away naturally?
again, like, yeah, simply, like, not what happened, literally, like, just shifting history, like, yeah, making up his own version of, like, of the timeline of events.
So if someone wants to know what Gamergate is, you can simply say it was a reaction to an industry calling its customers sexist.
Also, again, like, yeah, like, I will probably define it as, yeah, as a conclusion, basically, because this video is ending. I could define Gamergate as a group, of angry American gamers, that were mad about the criticism of the games they played by people that, yeah, didn't care about it, and, yeah, like, didn't basically, like, worship it. So, yeah, that ends the video. I don't want to continue this shit anymore, and I have basically covered the entire video already, so, yeah. Thank you for having watched this, like, rant. Extremely low effort, I know, like, I should probably have, like, yeah, made a document or list, but, yeah, I just wanted to make this, like, kinda quickly, and I was still able to, yeah, make many counterpoints, basically on the fly, so, yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.